Give me courage to know where I'm coming back. Yes, I will. If I'll teach you all the things I learned. And I'll help you walk with you forever. Yes, I will. If I could, I would try to shift resistance from time to I think you is now. I watch you grow, so I can let you go. If I could, I'd help you make it through one hungry years, but I know that I can.
Okay, I'll delete that. Good evening and welcome to another episode of Roz's Happy Hour. I am so happy to have you all with us, and I want to thank you for all your support, all your love. Let's continue to encourage one another. We will get through this. I hope my online shows can bring a smile to someone's face and lighten your load for the day. We are focused on bringing you the best in arts and entertainment from Trichet Entertainment. Well, it's hump day. Let's take a break and chill with your girl Roz. If you would please share the link. I love others to have an opportunity to check out our show. Did you guys watch our show last week with Chaz Guess? Wow. He's an amazing painter. His paintings are hung around the country. He's a deep thinker, and he left us with food for thought. He is responsible for getting James Island changed to Kuta Kinte Island. So you guys should check out his work and his story. You can find my past shows on Roz's Happy Hour YouTube channel. Subscribe while you're there. I am so grateful and honored to have with us today my next guest. Please give me some hearts and give her some hearts. Put your hands together. You know how we do on Roz's. And welcome the Academy Award winning and multi-Grammy winning singer, songwriter, actress, R&B, jazz, and gospel singer, my friend, Miss Regina Belle.
Hey there, Roz. How you doing?
I'm blessed. Thank you. How are you doing in this pandemic?
I'm doing okay. As my grandmother said, my head is above water, so I'm doing pretty good.
Oh, that's wonderful. You know, everyone that has come on my show has said Regina Belle. I mean, from Narda Michael Walden, he just loves you. Chris Walker.
Yeah, Chris Walker, we are definitely, we go way back.
Yeah. And then JT Taylor.
Wow, I haven't spoken to JT in forever. Where is he?
He sent a message. He said, be sure you tell her he sends his loves and kisses, and he will forever hold you high regard and forever thankful.
Girl, we got to talk after the show, just so you know. Okay.
Okay.
No, I love a brother. I mean, wow, that was amazing. That experience, All I Want Is Forever, that was so amazing. And I was so nervous. Oh my gosh. I mean, that was the very beginning of my career. And when we were doing the video, and he's such a pro. I mean, everything was just smooth for him. He was just, but for me, it was like, oh my God. I was like, I was having some issues, but he calmed me right on down and we got to it.
Oh, wow. Well, you don't, my God, you are like the bomb.com.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I wanted to say happy birthday, belated birthday
Thank
to you. I
you.
didn't get to say that to you personally, and my condolences, sincere condolences.
And
So
mine as well to you. Thank you.
thank you, thank you. So and your posts have been so inspirational and much needed. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for following that because we follow each other. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I am just equally happy to have this conversation with you because you were my go-to artist. You were my go-to artist when I started in this business. I booked you first on the cruise, the all black cruise, and I'll never forget you brought your whole family on.
Yeah, it's always a family affair. I mean, my children, I'm really blessed to have an opportunity to have brought them throughout all of my experiences and throughout my career as they were being born. So,
Mm.
I never wanted to be that mother that was kind of MIA. And so every opportunity I got, I took them with me. And I have 5 kids, and people were like, are all these your kids? Are like,
Mm. Yes.
like they're so well behaved because they understand that wherever they act up, I'm gonna act up too. So we have that understanding, we have that covenant.
Yeah,
They gonna
yeah,
do that. And
yeah.
so,
So you old school mother, you just give them that look. See,
that look, when I was in church, my mama, if she gave me that look from the choir stand, I know it's gonna be circumstances and consequences.
and consequences.
Yeah,
And wait, mama didn't care where we was at.
right, right. Her motto was, "You act up here, so am I. We can do it together."
But I was always so nervous. Um, I was so new in the business, and you have been my idol. And I would sing your songs in the mirror every day. Now here I was booking you.
Yeah,
Um,
down.
yes, yes. It took me a while to get comfortable. And I'll never forget when we did a show in DC, Willie was like, we're going to her room. We're going to her. And I was, what? Girl, it took me forever to get comfortable, but you just weren't like that though.
No.
You were so down to earth, so cool, so wonderful and genuine to work with. So I just want to thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. My mom always told me that it doesn't cost anything to be nice to people. And I've tried to extend that motto everywhere I go. Now I'm just like you. Every now and again, you get tired and you just want to go home. And really pray that audiences understand that when they're trying to get their autographs and they want
Oh
you to
yeah.
their back and they never going to wash that piece of their back again and all of that kind of good stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
But at the same time, again, it does not cost anything to be nice to people. And a nice or an encouraging word will go a lot further,
yes.
I think, in terms of the promotion of the person than
Mm,
an unkind word. So I try to use
mhm.
that as my motto.
Yes. And then you started singing at Inglewood Mount Calvary Baptist Church
What are you talking about from as
from
a
Wave. Yes.
Oh, well, yeah, that's my beginnings. That's the foundation. That's the beginning of where it all started. Getting an opportunity to learn the basics of music, which is rhythm, harmony, and melody. And
Mm.
where else do you learn that better than the Black church? Because they have all of that. So,
Mm.
that was the beginning, and I think that was the cultivation of my dream to do this thing called music. Because I always had it in my mind that at some point I'm going to be a singer, and I thank God for the awesome opportunity
Mm.
to be in this music industry because many have come through here, but not a lot have lasted for the years that I have. So I
Yes.
count that as a huge blessing.
Yes.
Yes, to some hard work, but I thank God that He's kind of guided me and directed me every step of the way.
And the reason I brought that up is because my pastor now, I'm at Mount Calvary Baptist Church in Fairfield, California.
All right.
His first church was your church, Dr. Clement Lee Jr.
Wow.
And he knows your family. I just found this out. I'm like, what?
Wow, small world.
Yeah, that's my pastor.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Wow.
yes,
Okay.
yes. And so that's a special connection that we have, and I didn't even know.
Didn't
So,
even know.
no. And now you're first lady and you have 2 churches.
Yes. My husband is bishop, and we in proper New Shield of Faith, and then the other church is in like College Park, but they don't call it College Park anymore, so it's Atlanta, sort of, kind of, on Washington Road, and that's in that church is called Spread the Word Church Ministries, and the people from both churches have been wonderful. A lot of the times, being on the road, it gets hard sometimes, and I can honestly say and genuinely say that I have 2 churches that pray for me and kind of hold me up in my absence, and pray me on back home on that flight, them early morning flights coming back on Sunday morning. So what a huge blessing to have people who are behind you, who love you, and speak word into you.
So, I mean, how do you blend gospel music with R&B? Because I know I'm at the concerts, I'm at the club, and I'm dancing and moving. And then when I go to church, I'm kind of mixed which one I'm supposed to be doing. So I'm still growing in that. And I was just wondering.
It was difficult for me at first, growing up in church. We were always taught that you can't serve 2 masters. You can't, you got to pick one or the other, and the whole 9. But I don't serve 2 masters. I serve God. I love God, and I believe in Jesus. And I let folk know that in the club. I let folk know that at the arena. It really don't matter where I am. I could be in crib at the grocery store, and I let somebody know real quick who I serve. So I'm not ashamed of who I am and what I believe. And I let people know that, because I don't want people to think that I got here by the pulling up of my own bootstraps. So yes, I'm going to sing Baby Come to Me, because that's the song you paid to hear me sing. Alongside that, I'm going to also sing God is Good. I find a way to get it in there, because, I believe that God is everywhere. And if he's only in the church, he's not really a worthwhile God, is he? I mean, if it's just about being in the church, and if you're talking about light canceling out darkness, well, in the church, we're supposed to already kind of know about this light. So it's like light in light. It's like null and void. And I'm not saying that everybody to go to the club is going to hell. That's not what I'm saying.
Right.
What I'm saying is, I want folk to know in the church as well as in the club that we still have a God that's waiting for us to let him in, so that he can fix what's broken, so that he can be a friend to the friendless, so that he can offer some guidance to those who have no clue as to where they are, and to overall just be your God, and give him praise. So at the end of the day, it really don't matter where I am. And I used to let naysayers determine how I felt about being in ministry outside of the church, doing in the clubs, and after I was so called. But God told me that your ministry is not in the church. I need you to go back to all of those places that you went to, and I need you to talk about me where the folk in the church ain't gonna go. And so I can get their attention with Baby Come to Me, but I can also, once I got your attention, I sang the song that you came to hear me sing, and then to know that there's another place in my life. And that place brings me great joy that goes beyond entertainment. I have gotten many of my fans after the show to ask me to come and pray for them, pray with them.
Wow.
Being transparent about my own life and having had a brain tumor in 2009 and going through what I went through. I had people come to me after shows and say, can you just, pray for me, or can you just, I just need a word of encouragement because I'm about to go through surgery and it's the very same thing that you went through. And I'm really afraid. I just had somebody tell me that yesterday in a concert that I did in Rex, Georgia. We were socially distanced. We all wore masks, so just so y'all know. But at the same time, it was a young lady who just said to me that, she's about to go into surgery for a brain tumor. And I just stopped what I was doing right there to let her know that, we're going to believe that everything's going to be okay.
Yeah.
I send your protection over the doctors, over the nurses, the technicians, everybody that comes in contact with this kingdom vessel, let them know who she is. And I just believe that it's bigger than just the hit song, that is the attention getter, but that is not all that there is that I have to render. So I'm thankful that I have a platform to speak out about those things.
Wow, that's deep. And then I was watching your on song. I was just in tears. It was so good. You've been through so much, but it was such a wonderful story. Um, how was it for you in getting that done?
Well, I mean, Roz, I would love to say that, I'm just this strong person, but psych. I mean, I don't think any of us really recognize how strong we are until we're tested. The test shows us what we're made of.
Yes.
The storms that come lets us know how well built our ship is. And so, when I had to go through the number of things that I went through in my life, each one, and let's be clear. There was sometimes when I had a lot of questions. There was sometimes when I felt like even though I was standing, I wasn't really standing. There was sometimes when I felt like I was cracking up. But the blessing is that however much as I say my boat was rocking or got torn up or got beat up, there was always some buoyancy. There was always an ability to be able to float. And for that, I am thankful. I thank God for that. I thank my family for that. I come from a line of very, very, very strong women, starting with my mother. And I let folk know under no uncertain terms that I never had to read about a hero because I had one in my house. My mom was my first hero in my life, and she still is a hero to me. And so she was the one who taught me how to be a lady. She was the one who taught me that a kind word goes a long way. She was the one who let me know that my reputation walks in the door before I get there. These little gems of information, of wisdom, has really helped to keep me, buoyant, as I say, and to keep me walking on straight street. Because, sometimes it's not that easy. You want to veer off and do your own thing. Now I'm grown and I don't have to follow my mother's drummer.
Uh-oh. You froze. You froze. Um, 1 second. Lost you. I lost you. I'm on screen. I'm on screen. Can you hear me? Okay. Oh, there you go.
So sorry, Roz. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. We're actually having a heat storm. I thought it was us because they had already said they were going to cut my power today. So I've been praying. I'm like, oh, let
Oh,
me get through. So yeah,
yeah,
now you're
no,
blurry. Now you're
we're
blurry.
about to go into a bad storm. So,
Oh
um,
yeah, same
yeah.
here. We're like 100 degrees over here.
Where you at?
I'm in California, Northern
Okay.
California, Oakland. Yeah. Oh, there
Okay.
you go. You're froze again.
Yeah, you're back now.
Um, did I freeze again? Because you froze. Can you hear me? Mm-mm. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Can you come back in? Maybe. There you go.
You have power now? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have 4 bars now. I don't understand what's going
Yeah, me
on.
too. You know, darn, you froze again. Mm,
Am
okay.
I frozen now?
Mhm. Okay, there you go. There you go. You're better. Okay. All right. Well, we're just gonna keep it rolling, and
Yeah.
wait till I'll be
You'll be
editing.
able you'll be able to edit though, right?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes, absolutely. And then I'll add. So, because that was really good. Where were we going? I was going. So who's that?
Mhm.
We can't come to a Regina Belle show without you doing Make It Like It Was. If I could, baby, come
Right,
to me.
right.
This is love. It's a must thing on your show for the audience.
Girl, they will try to kill a sister if I don't do those songs. So, you know, um, yeah. And that's a blessing to have a staple in your life of a song or songs.
Mhm.
Whereas, people, you didn't sing my song. Well, we only had an hour, baby. I can't do them all. Um, so I really count that as an honor because they don't really, my fans don't really get rambunctious about that. They just can. And then sometimes I just kind of do snippets of songs that people
Oh.
people call out just to let them know that they're special too. So you know
Mm.
we do our best to do our best.
Mhm. So when I was trying to manage artists, when I was trying to figure out my way in this business, I mean, your technique, everything the way you sing, it's from the heart is that's what you teach. And nobody does it better than you do. I'm so sorry, but you are the best at that. We can feel you. You take us with you, you know. You there? Oh. Mm, what is going on? Oh my God. What is going on? Mm, I don't know. Let's see. Let's move it back. Add it back to the stream. Hmm. Oh, I don't know. Come on, Jesus. We almost had 4 bars. Wait, now my girl, Regina Belle. Clemmy, you got the TV off? I keep losing her. Hello? Hold on. I got this headset on. Hi.
Okay, so Regina was still on, and you went out, and now she can't get back in.
She can't get back in? Oh my God.
Yeah. See, they had lightning to strike the house the other day.
Oh,
so they
no.
just getting all the cable, everything back up on yesterday. So now we got bad weather. You were saying you have it, but it's starting on this end, so it's kicked her out.
So should we
Yeah. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm checking her schedule for tomorrow, and I'll just check with you and see if we can coordinate that way. I'll shoot you an email or a text in just a minute.
Okay.
I already know that, I had something scheduled for her tomorrow before her show on Wednesday. So let me get some times, and they see you in LA, so it's a 3-hour time difference.
Yes.
Okay, what do you have on the schedule, or what's a good time on your end?
Oh
no, tomorrow is Wednesday?
No, tomorrow's Tuesday.
Tuesday. Okay. Because I was going to say, because you need it for Wednesday, right?
Yes, and it takes 24 hours for it to off of YouTube to download. So we do it early is better. Then I have enough time to edit.
Okay, so her here now, he's trying to look at it. Because it's offline with the internet. Is back up? Oh, no, it's not. Let me just hit you back.
Okay, I'm right here.
Okay, she's still trying.
Oh,
okay, she's in.
Okay, thank you. Oh. Let me see.
Woo, girl.
I know this technology is, it's all we got right now.
We're frozen.
Oh no.
There?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm
Okay.
here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I can see you. Okay. So we'll just pick up. Do you have any rituals before you perform? Before your performance?
I walk every morning. I do like 4 miles in the morning every morning. and it's a time for getting my head clear and, working out a little bit and having a little talk with God and, just kind of working out my day to get myself ready for what is ahead.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so, have you ever felt like quitting this business? Because you've had like 33 years plus, right?
Yeah, it's hard to believe sometimes. It doesn't seem like I've been here that long, but I have. And, that's huge to do anything that long and to still be able to do it, to still have fans who want to come see you, who will pay to come see you. That still kind of blows my mind, because unless you really believe your own celebrity, it's really hard to kind of digest that somebody actually is going to pay money to come and see you and sing the songs with you and reminisce on what they were doing at the time that song was a hit, so on, etc. and so forth. It's still a beautiful thing.
Yes, it is. Can we listen to Freedom? I mean, I think that song
Yes,
is
yes. Wow.
done. Yeah, that was done. Let's
Can't buy it, but oh, you can waste it. By not remembering who you are, you can waste your most precious gift, freedom. Chronicle is rich, it runs deeper than the ocean. So please don't forget, it's our history and our legacy. We are more than just a slave ship coming to America. And we owe it all to those who have lived and died so that we could be more. Mama paid the price for. Daddy's took his leg out for. It was the freedom to live for every man, woman, boy, and girl. I dare you to believe in their visions and their dreams. Nobody greater than yourself if you can see. I want to know what the mothers and the pops of old would say about us now. Would they be proud of us? Would they scream at us? Just hang their heads down. Take a look around and all that they've achieved. They did it for you and they did it for me. The dark continent cries, innocent people die. Was it all in vain? Gotta change the way we think. I'm talking about freedom, 'cause we can be what we wanna be. And it starts inside. Bring the vision alive so we all can be. When you look around at all the examples of African Americans, you'll see the grave impossibility of America ever being beautiful without us. Yes, it was on our backs, through our labor, our creativity, our gifts, and our talents. But most of all, the strength of whom and whose we are as a people. We never gave up on the audacious freedom to simply be. The dark continent cries, and innocent people die. Was it all in vain? Gotta change the way that we think. I'm talking about freedom, 'cause we can be what we wanna be. And this starts inside. Gotta change the way we think. I'm talking about freedom.
President Nelson Mandela.
The power to stand.
Jackie
Be
Robinson.
your own man and woman.
Shirley Chisholm.
You gotta be.
The AME Church.
Free your mind.
The Tuskegee Airmen.
Open up, see what our
Crispus
people
Attucks.
showing us to be free.
Adam Clayton Powell.
Freedom.
Wow. That was amazing.
Thank you.
Did that come out? I mean, Freedom, that's like right now.
Yeah, yeah. And that's a song that I'm definitely promoting right now because of its message. And, the work our ancestors have done, our grandparents, our grand aunties, and our cousins, and, our villages, our families, all the work that has been done, the sacrifices that have been made, that we could even just walk into something as basic as walking into the front doors of the establishments in which we work. And so, for what we are witnessing now, I never would have thought that my eyes would behold it, but here we are. And where I'm literally praying my children back in to the house, the George Floyd and the Breonna Taylors and all of what's going on in America, stemming back to Emmett Till is so much going on, that if you're not careful, you can wind up being depressed just thinking about where we are right now and how to get out of this. How do you make people see you for the person that you are beyond the color of your skin? I mean, it's exhausting.
It
Um,
is.
to constantly having to prove yourself, simply because you're a different color. I mean, I can't even explain it. But then again, I don't have to you because you get it. But I'm thankful that some of white America is waking up to see that that this is in their hands as well. This is you've got to make this a priority in your life, and you've got to wake up not just yourself but those around you, because there's a lot of things that you're privy to that you're helping to stimulate and keep racism going, simply because you're quiet. So, I'm grateful that there's a huge awakening going, or should I say reawakening, because this is an age-old problem. It's never gone anywhere. I just thank God for technology. Speaking of technology that we're having a problem with, I thank God for technology, for these phones with these cameras, because it's bringing some crazy injustice to life. Because as you remember, the reason why the movement with hearing Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and some of the other people who were talking about the racial injustices of that time, it was the power of the television. The television was just coming into homes, on a wide scale basis. So, when people started seeing, hundreds of Black people being hosed and, being beaten for just peaceful protests, just walking, living while Black and being, killed. It brought the attention to that whole issue. And then all of a sudden people began to come together to do something about it. Well, that's kind of what we're experiencing now. You can't just kind of go have dinner and pretend like it didn't happen. Well, it's now becoming a discussion at the dinner table. It's now a discussion before you go to work. It's now on the news before you leave to go anywhere. It's on the news before you go to sleep at night. Somebody's got a sign over by the mall when you're getting ready to go buy a dress. So you can't escape it now because it's everywhere. And you have different countries that are waking up and saying, we cannot take this anymore either. We're tired of taxation without representation. We're tired of being taxed for something in terms of leadership, and we're not getting it. So it's not just happening in America. It's all over.
Yes. Oh my God, is exhausting, like you said right now. And in on top of that, we can't go out the house. I mean, so
Girl, let me give you something.
never thought we would see this time like this. I know you have a limited amount of time to spend with us this evening. We just want to say hi to some of the folks out there that's watching. This Miss Regina Belle. What advice would you have for someone that wants to follow in your shoes?
Be better. be better than me. That's the real compliment. That's the real honor, to know that your life meant something to somebody and it helped trailblaze a whole another set of set of rules, a whole new world. You like that. To be able to, to be an inspiration to somebody, and and they become huge, or just well known to other people as not just being a great artist, but being a great person, somebody who made a contribution to society, and that kind of spoke and sang, and invested in people as much as they invested in them. That'd be a huge compliment. And in terms of getting there, if you want to be anywhere in my neighborhood, you got to put in the time. I've been singing since I was 3 years old. I've been singing. I sang my first solo at 8. I sang my first professional gig at 12, and I'm 57. I've been doing this longer than I've done anything else in my life. And I put in a lot of time studying music, not just singing the songs that I like, but putting in the time to study music theory, playing instruments, trombone, baritone, tuba, steel drums, flute. I played basketball. I ran track. I did all of the things that would help me, because believe it or not, sports help with rhythm, being able to have a rhythm and move in your body, and being able to breathe, to have stamina, to last through shows. And confidence. It's a confidence builder. So there are many things that contributed to me as an artist. And I studied many genres of music. So I didn't just sing R&B, which I happen to love. I tried to master as much gospel music as I could. And then there was jazz, which was pretty much probably going to be my biggest challenge, because it wasn't the music that I grew up with. I grew up with gospel, R&B, and the blues. But then I studied jazz, started in high school, and then in college, I studied jazz and classical training. And I had classical training. So, learning how to sing opera and doing all of those different things, all of those attribute to who Regina Belle is. So I have, I got a huge background and time in what it is, and who makes up me today. Wow. I didn't just arrive.
Yeah, no. Oh my God. Those different instruments that you've played and studied, classical, opera, jazz. You even did some stuff with George Duke or Grover Washington. That was the man. Oh my God.
All time as Regina Belle, an entity, because I did tour with the Manhattans when I sang background with them, but Grover Washington actually took me on my first tour. So rest in heaven. But he was definitely a major person in my life, and absolutely loved him. It's not just his music, but his spirit as a person was just so big and so wonderful.
Wow. So has the music industry changed much today?
Girl,
the way you know it?
What? I've been here through, I was just telling somebody, I've been here through 4 or 5 different mediums of music. So from albums, LPs, 45s, to tapes, to CDs, to the MP3, the download. So, I've been here through some things, so.
Is there any even labels, like big labels? There's just a few left, huh?
Yeah, the bigger ones are still in business, but it's not even the same for them because of, being able to promote your music yourself through social media. The internet has been a huge facet, positive facet or resource of being able to get your music out there and doing it on your own. So, that's been a major reason as to how people can become hits in no time because they can, develop an audience online, and bam, your overnight sensation, even though you may have been working your whole life, but because you've developed all these fans, even if you go to a major record company, you have all these fans behind you already. It's not like they even have to take a chance on you because they already know that you have some celebrity.
Wow. Wow. Well, what's next for Miss Regina Belle?
Well, this pandemic has put a lot of things in an unsure place. For the first time in my life, well, maybe the second time in my life, I have been stationary. Um, and this is kind of a different place, but I'm thankful because, as we mentioned earlier, having lost my father, I was able to be here to the last moments of his life when he got diagnosed with cancer, and then I had a couple of shows, and then things just kind of came to a standstill. And so for the last days of his life, I was able to do anything he wanted. I was able to kind of grant him that, and he didn't really want much, but spending the time with him, letting him know how I felt about him, giving him a party for his 82nd birthday, and then finding out that my dad had never had a birthday party, never. And I didn't know.
Oh my God.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
And, yeah. So, being able to invite, people from the church and his friends, and, FaceTiming his siblings, that was pretty huge. And
Yes.
when I tell you, he got to really feel the love and know that people revered him, and that, I'm grateful for those moments. And now, I was able to be home in his transitioning, be here for my mom who's 82, and, try to calm her fears of the uncertainty of what's next, to let her know, her seeing me every day, I think does a lot to kind of calm her fears, to know that, baby girl, I got this. You're going to be okay. I'm going to make sure that. Don't worry about nothing.
That was another question. Like you, I am a caregiver. Just life just changed all of a sudden. And how do you take care of you in the midst of making sure everybody else is okay?
Oh my gosh, Roz, that's a really, really good question. I'm a representative for AARP,
Yes.
and I'm grateful in my repping for them. I learned early on, before I even had the need for them as a resource myself. I learned that the caregiver usually ends up leaving here before the person they're
They
caring for,
always say that.
because they don't invest in their own, their own living, their own needs, their own health. And no one else is either, because everyone sees them as this pillar of strength to do everything, because that's what they do. They do everything. Um, uh, so I learned that early on. And sometimes I still fall short, but I have a great village. I have a number of people who speak back into me, encourage me, let me take off and do what I do. My daughters, my husband, my manager, Ivy Taylor, they all, even my church family, they do a lot to help me with being able to have a moment to myself, to think, to scream, to do whatever it takes to kind of get myself on, back on track. And I come back in, I'm restored, renewed, rejuvenated, and ready for the task at hand.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Well, Miss Regina Belle, again, I want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for this time that you spent with me today. It means the world to me. And I pray that we will have the opportunity to work together again in the new
Sure we
time,
will.
whenever that is.
Look, when it ain't storming and we ain't got technical difficulties.
I know, right? And I pray for you and your family and your
Thank you.
healing. And just, I can't thank you enough.
Thank
So,
you.
hopefully we can do this again I don't know if you want to have the last words and say to the folks.
Well, I thank you to all the fans out there. I thank you for always kind of supporting a sister and having my back, having a hit record or not even having a record at all. I really, really, really appreciate you because guess what? You didn't have to support me, but you did. So thank you so very much. Listen, I need y'all to wash your hands. I need you to socially distance, and I definitely need you to wear your mask. It is important for your own safety and for the safety of others. Listen, my mama 82. Don't be coughing on my mama. Okay. I will come for you. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much. God bless you and God keep you until we meet and see each other again.
All righty. Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, that concludes another edition of Roz's Happy Hour, episode number 12. Woo! We did it. We did it. I'm blessed to have this opportunity to be a vessel to bring smiles, laughter, and peace to others, including myself. So stay strong, everyone. What Miss Regina say? Wear your mask. We'll see you next week. I'll be talking with stage crew. Everything you want to know about behind the scenes in the concert business. So we'll have 6 guests here discussing the music industry. Come back, tell a friend, bring a friend. God bless. We'll see you soon. Let me invite.